Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Git basics. We're going to start by understanding the Git and go step by step by how you can set it up on your machine, and we end by understanding some of the most common basic commands that Git uses. So that being said, let's first understand what Git is. So Git is a free open source distributed version control system designed to handle projects. So what they mean by version control system is that it's a system that tracks the progress of code across software development lifecycle and its multiple iterations. So when they say that Git is a distributed version control system, they mean that every developer who is working on the same project has that copy of that project and can manipulate and make some changes on that project on their machines. To set Git on your machine, you simply come to the browser and type in Git and come to the official website and click download. So for me, I'm not going to download it because I already have Git on the machine, but you click here and follow instructions for the setup. So after downloading the Git, you can access it through the terminal that it comes with, called Git Bash. But you can also access Git through different IDEs like this code. Like you basically come to the terminal and choose the option here as Git Bash, and you are good to go. Let's begin by checking the version of our Git that we have to be sure that we already successfully downloaded Git. So we're going to type Git version, and the version of on our machine is going to be displayed right here. So we can start off by setting your Git identity. You can configure it. You can say Git config global user.name, and you add the name that you want that all the projects are going to have, and then you click enter. So by using the global command, you are basically telling it that all the projects that you're going to be working on are going to display the name you stated as the author on your commits. So after that, you also do the same with the email, and you say email, you add your email, and you run. So after this, Git now can identify you as the author on your project. So now we're going to check if Git has successfully configured the user that we have stated. So we're going to basically run this command of Git config list. So this is basically going to list all the configuration of my Git, including my username, my email, the default branch which is master, and we're good to go. So by now we can now create our first project. We are going to first make a directory, and we give it a name. Let's say Git lesson, and you click enter, and now we can enter into that directory by using change directory from root because we are currently on root, and then now we can go to the folder that we just now created, Git lesson, and you run enter, and now we are in the folder. So by now we can also add files because now our directory is empty. We haven't added in yet anything. .html, or if you want to create a text file, you can say .txt and enter. So now we can add some text to our file. You can either do it when you open the folder in the editor, or you can also add it on the command line. So I'm gonna say equal Git lesson, and now we can open our file. So to open the file, you can click code full stop, which basically tells the Git to open the directory we are currently in, and our folder is opened in our editor and two files that we have created in. Now to push our files from the local repository to the remote repository, you basically come in the browser again, and you go to GitHub. So we have created a local repository, but we would like our files to be on the remote repository as well. So I'm going to create a new repository, and I can call it lesson for Git exit, for example, and then I create my repository. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this line of code for the Git remote origin. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and now I'm gonna go ahead again and come back to my editor, come to the terminal again. On option I choose the git bash, and now I can now initialize my I say git init, and it's initialized. We are on the branch master, but we can change it to main. Say git branch master main, and we click enter. Now our branch is changed to main, and now we can add the other line that we copied for the git remote add origin. So this basically tells the machine that our remote repository is going to be this one we have just created on GitHub. And now click enter, and now let's add our file. You can add our file by the git add all command, or when you want to maybe add only specific types of files, you can note a full stop and add the file name. Let's say we only want to add the lesson 1.txt file only, and now click enter, and now we are going to tell the machine what message it is going to display on the commit. So it's going to click it commit message, maybe we say first commit, and then we click enter. So our changes are successfully staged, and now we are going to push them. So git push origin main. So we are going to push on the main branch, and we click enter. So now let's come back to the GitHub repository to verify whether the changes we've made have been successfully pushed on the repository. So we're going to reload the page, and our changes are successfully made. Only lesson 1, the txt, is the one which is pushed, and this was on the main branch. So you can have multiple branches. You can add a dev branch or different types of branches. And by now let's see how you can create a separate branch from them. So having branches basically helps developers to work on different features and test, discard without affecting the main branch. So let's first clear our terminal. This is not a git command, but it is a terminal command, but you can also use it in Git. And we can have the git branch. This is a new branch, it's a new branch name, or we can call it new lesson and enter. So to create a new branch, make sure you are on main, and then you can go to that branch by running the git checkout new lesson. Add the branch name that you want to go on, and you click enter. So now our branch is switched to the new lesson. So you can add also some files, let's say let's make this an HTML file, and we can also add some text to it. And you can also stage changes. Let's say git add lesson 2 channel commit lesson, and we push on that branch. Now let's go to GitHub to verify if our changes have been successfully made. Load our page. So here you can see that we have 2 branches. We have new lesson, and if you want to, you can go ahead and compare and pull request. So this means that we are going to merge the codes from the new lesson branch into main. So we go ahead, we compare and pull request, and we merge. So if you want to add something, maybe you can go ahead and add description new branch. Create a pull request. Here when you're working with several developers, they can go ahead and add comments on maybe your codes you have done, and you can also check, like maybe if you want to make some changes they suggested on your codes, you can go ahead and correct them. And when everything is like sorted out, you can then go ahead and merge pull requests. Compound merge. So now let's go on the main branch to see if we have everything sorted. And our lesson 2 HTML file from the new lesson is now on the main branch.